Yes, now, and welcome back to episode 143 of the Top Loaded Podcast. This is a bite-sized episode. Do excuse my voice, just getting over a flu. But this is going to be a bite-sized one. Talk about the recent talking points and break the news in the hobby. But this one will only be about a 15-20 minute episode before we get into a really busy December month. And a massive thanks for the guys as well over at Fairdown Displays for powering up this episode of the Top Loaded Podcast. Whether you want any of these unbelievable custom stands, whether you need any tall cases to display cards, I'll recommend these acrylic clear cases. Absolutely fantastic for your PSA cards. Or even if it is as simple as team bags, graded sleeve bags, do head over to their website. Use the link in our bio or use the code TTP10 at checkout to save 10% off your whole order. And now, back to the episode. Obviously, happy December, it's already here somehow. I do not know how. We have our end of season review in the works. We have our Christmas special in the works and another couple of very special guests as well. So we don't want to take you too much of your time early here, but I think there's only one place to start. And as of recording this today, which is December the 2nd, the Fanatics Collectible Store has opened at Westfields White City, obviously called Westfields London in West London. It's going to be a great experience. I've seen today quite a few content creators / influencers going along to it. Looking like a nice little pop-up store. Doesn't look anything too crazy. Apparently there's some singles on sale, which I'm quite intrigued how they're going to do it. Are they box pack stuff, which is a bit questionable? Or is it stuff they've picked up through eBay / whatnot / shows? Probably the better way of doing it. And obviously boxes for sale as well. As well as your swap wall, stuff like that. So I will be going down to the Fanatics Collectible Store this Saturday around 11 a.m. area with GBW before we head on to Loftus Road to the QPR game. But I'm very much looking forward to it. So next week, there will be a big, looking for a review of the store. And let me know, people, if you're watching this, do you want me to put some pictures and videos out on the Top Loaded Podcast Instagram page of the store, show you what it's like, what's available there? If people are interested in that, I'll definitely do that. So do let me know in the DMs or on the comments on YouTube or Spotify. Moving on from that, personally, a good release for me this week. Obviously, the WSL sticker book is now out, and I've got to say, it's always nice collecting sticker book. I normally only really do World Cups, but WSL I do every year. It's another fantastic set. I have already ripped 2 boxes, a tin, and a starter pack. So I'm about 115 packs in. I'm 84% complete. So shouldn't be too long off completing that. It's another absolute fantastic release. There's some new names within the set. Some lovely shiny designs as well for women's collectors out there to finally get something. So hopefully, Panini, I know you're not listening to this, but if you are, card set, please. Please just bring out a card set. That's all we are asking for. But no, sticker book is absolutely fantastic. Definitely will be getting some bits graded from it. Like I say, I remember the days, showing my age a bit now, where the sticker packs were not 90p each, and you could get a couple of packs for that price. So it has definitely gone up in value. But like I say, it's always a nice thing, just one album every year to collect. Moving on now as well, today, Panini UK and Panini Deutschland have announced that this coming Wednesday, the 4th of December, so as of recording this, Wednesday, as it coming out tomorrow, well, you might be already be listening, the Dart set is coming out. 10 a.m., I believe. I think 10 a.m. Central European time, something around that. The set will be out, and we did speak about it, me and GBW, a couple of episodes ago, whether should you be buying this set, should you be waiting for singles? If you are a darts fan and you want to rip something, I don't think it's a bad rip to do the PDC set because the wide range of people you can get. However, you've got to remember, it's not like the Luke Littler set where you're guaranteed one of the best young players in the game. This one could be some of the lesser known players. For example, one of the players that I will be chasing, Florian Hempel, a German darts player, you could get one of his autos. There'll probably be £5, if that. So will there be many breaks? I think there will be breaks. I don't think there'll be as many as people are anticipating because the price point, I think, of £130 a box is very hard to make your money back, especially with one auto. I know you're getting 3 to 4 numbered, but it's going to be quite intriguing to see how that goes over the next coming weeks. Obviously, we are about I think about 8 days away now. No, sorry, about 10 or so days away from the PDC World Darts Championship. So it's nice to have that set hopefully in hand. Will I be buying a box? I would probably say no. I don't think I will be buying a box of PDC. I probably will buy into some breaks of Dirk van Doja-Boda, Florian Hempel, maybe a couple of other players that I like. But I'm going to stay clear personally of buying a box. I think if it was around the price point of 75 to 80 pounds, then I probably will do. But for me, I've just bought a couple of Team GB boxes, Stars of Paris again, because it was on the Black Friday sale, which I'm going to get into in a second. I think it's a very interesting talking point. But for me, darts, it's a no. But I do look forward to seeing other people ripping them, especially see the value between the two boxes, because I feel like the hobby box should be slightly cheaper, and then the other box I think should be about 40 quid. But like I say, it could be on paper, it could be very different to actually how it comes out. And now moving on to tops, and I think this is quite an intriguing talking point. Slash, I'd like to know from Top slash Fanatics why they've done this. And obviously, the previous weekend, I know, unless you live in quite literally under a rock, it was obviously Black Friday, and it was also Cyber Monday. But just before that, happy Thanksgiving for last week for any of our American listeners. Hope you had a lovely day with your families or whatever you got up to. But yeah, going back to Topps, they did a Black Friday sale, and it was a mixture of packs and merchandise that they had on money off. And I was anticipating it to be a lot of the sets that I'm not selling. Some of your Match Attack sets, team sets from last year's, them type of releases, your Baseball Stadium Club, which don't really sell in the UK, them kind of releases. However, when I'm scrolling through it and I see the teaser image / the actual main image that they used, and there was a picture of the 100 released recently in the cricket, which I purchased a box of. But then I did see the Team GB Stars of Paris. Mind you, these two boxes have been sold out on the Topps UK website since release. And both of them are in stock. Both of them with money off, which I found quite intriguing. So the 100, I think, was £40 down to 25 a box. And the Stars of Paris was 40 down to 30. So where have these boxes been going? And now I've seen the tracking, my boxes are expected to be here of today of the releasing of the podcast. So do pay close attention to my Twitter page. I'll probably put out what I did getting at RP trading cards. But when I received the tracking, I noticed something quite intriguing. A, it was special delivery. Normally you don't get special delivery. But B, the first place it logged in was, obviously, for most people who have ordered from Topps, they would realise it comes from Milton Keynes. This one, the first location was Heathrow Airport. So what I'm thinking in my mind is this must have come from an overseas warehouse, whether it was Topps Germany, Topps Spain. A, why are Team GB boxes not in GB? That makes no sense to me. But B, have they found allocation of these boxes in other warehouses? Yeah, have they found these boxes in other warehouses? If so, what is in these Topps warehouses? It leads me to believe are they holding boxes back? If so, why? Some of these releases, like the 100 set, sold out quite quickly. The Team GB one sold out within half hour, I believe. Why have this stock just sitting back doing nothing? Is it fair enough if it was some stuff that was meant to be going to distributors / breakers and they didn't take up their allocation or didn't pay for it? But why does it take this set? I believe come out September. If I apologize if I'm wrong, but I believe it come out in the September area. So why has it taken to December for these boxes to be re-released? I'm not complaining because I've managed to pick up 2 boxes that I missed out on the initial release, but it does lead the question of what other boxes are. Is there women's sapphire boxes there which would absolutely fly off the shelves? What is there in their warehouses? But like I said, we can't be brought into speculation and everything like that because we do not know. But it would be intriguing to find out. And obviously on the lines of Topps, they have released information of a new release, which is going to go down. I think it might go down as one of the sets of the year. No, it's not MLS Chrome. For me, I do really want MLS Chrome to come out, which is out this week. Disney Sapphire. And if Sapphire is anything to go for of this year, off Women's Sapphire, off Euro 2024 Sapphire, this is going to be one of the greatest releases in the history of Topps, in my personal opinion. How they've made the print run of Sapphire this year, everything less than 50, any of the inserts 10 or less, Sapphire selections looking absolutely incredible. There are going to be some absolutely unreal cards. Lightning McQueen Red Sapphire, Finding Nemo Orange. But then you think of some of their Sapphire selections. One of the images they've teased today is a Woody one. Obviously, GBW is definitely going to be all over that one. But I generally think this is going to be an unreal release. We see Chrome do absolutely numbers. People trying to chase the Walt Disneys and other low print stuff. And Chrome, no disrespect to Chrome because it is fantastic, but that is printed to the moon. You can get boxes of 5 numbered and none of them are less than 100. These boxes, you're going to be getting cards that are all less than 50. It's going to be an absolutely sensational release when it comes out. Do expect it to be more on the pricey side. If I had to have as a guess, I'd probably say 250 to £300 is my estimation for Disney Sapphire. But it's going to be an absolute fantastic release. I will say now, and I will put it on record, I might be proven wrong. I think this will go down in the top 3 sets of 2024 when we look back at the end of the year on our recap of the year. I think it's going to be one of the sets to follow, chase, buy into. I think people will be buying cases of it and just sitting on them, not even opening them. I think it's going to be that good of a release. And moving on now from cards, from releases. Obviously, there's a few other ones in the pipeline. Moving on now to PSA. Obviously, it is the holiday times. They do a lot of specials. So as of recording this right now, there's one offers have just expired. Another ones have just started. Yes, hold on. Before everyone listens to this, if you're drinking something, take your drink now so you don't spit out. I have submitted 8 cards. Yes, 8 cards. PSA Value Plus. It was $24.99 or $23.99 per card, which is absolutely fantastic. Hopefully, 2-month turnaround area. Obviously, with the Christmas period, it might be slightly prolonged. But for $23 a card, it's an absolutely fantastic deal. So I have sent a Mariano Caldente Purple Sapphire to 15 rookie, a Gabriel Madagalez Red Wave to 5 Merlin, his first ever Merlin, I believe first ever Topps card. Then Rosa Kafaji Red and Black Sapphire to 5 and 10 respectively. And then the rest of the Stina Rainbow has gone off. The base Sapphire selections, the orange to 25 Sapphire selections, the red Sapphire selections, and then the purple Auto to 15. So that's going to be a really fun one when it comes back. I'm expecting to have some SGCs in hand as well at the moment within the next couple of days. So hopefully on next week's episode, I'll be able to show them off to you. But going back to the PSA specials, if you are considering sending off some higher end bits to PSA, this is the time to do it. If you have a Collectors Club account, PSA regular, I believe, is at a price of $55 a card. This is a turnaround of 10 days, 10 business days for 2 weeks. You're looking around the 50 quid mark. It's absolutely extraordinary value for money. This is one of the best value money PSA subs you'll be able to do. If you want it back just after New Year, I'd say now, especially with the holiday seasons, once you submit it, they get it. But you can have it back early 2025 to sell it on or do whatever you want. This is a very good play. Obviously, I know a lot of the middlemen services in the UK. Personally, I use the Grading Club and I use Subcenter. I don't think Subcenter do any specials, which is a bit sad, but I kind of understand it from a business perspective. And the Grading Club, I would say, pay close attention to their social media channels. But I think it's going to be a very interesting one to follow. PSA specials, whether they do any football specials, they do any parallel specials, what comes next, because they've been very good so far. Moving on now, obviously, the podcast, everyone does like to see what's been arriving through the mail this week. I got 2 cards to show off this week. Two what coming breaks. One arrived this week, and another one arrived over the weekend. So first of all, I'm starting from the last Sapphire break I took part in with Dub Breaks. Famously, I was actually doing the break with GBW, and then I had to leave to get home. And as I left and I was back on the motorway, I hit this absolutely lovely card. So for people watching along, this is a red Sapphire 2/5 Wendy Renard. Absolute stunning card. These Sapphire cards, I think, they're some of the best looking cards out there, without a shadow of doubt. But the next one was the big one. This is one of the cards I was chasing in breaks. And to have it in hand, in person, and having it as my own card, it's one of my favourite cards in the collection. I've got to shout a massive shout out to, I know he'll be listening, big fan of the podcast, Bart Sports Cards. One of my favourite people in the world in the breakers. I've always taken part in his Team G breaks, which are on Whatnot now. So if you head over to his Instagram page, or head over to his Whatnot, or if you can't find it, drop me a message and I'll send you a link. Stars of Paris break, 10 boxer. Get involved. They're so much fun. And for me, my favourite Olympian of all time is a swimmer. What he's been through is remarkable. What he was able to achieve in the pool is beyond remarkable. It's historic. Adam Peaty. I picked him up in this 10 boxer. First of all, I hit a nice blue to 25. But then was this one. Adam Peaty, gold, 1 of 1 from the set. Let me just put it up there. This is on my Instagram if you want to have a better look at it. Absolutely incredible card. This is the chase card for me. My favourite Olympian of all time. I'm putting together like a Mount Rushmore of Team GB athletes that I've loved watching growing up and into my adulthood. But he's the number one for me. That's my favourite Olympian of all time. To hit that card, I'm still in shock to this day when I still see it. But absolute beautiful card. Massive thanks to Bart. And obviously, if you do like Olympic breaks or you want to get involved, head over to his Whatnot. He's got another 10 boxer coming very soon. Fantastic release. And yeah, it's like I say, it's obviously a busier time, December. We're trying to get a few more guests on during the month. We'll do a Christmas special mini quiz / look back here, just about a fun episode, maybe with a couple of drinks and everything. And then also the episode in between Christmas and New Year, I believe, will be a look back on the year. I will be joined with a couple of people. We talk about our favourite releases, favourite cards, favourite thing, what we hope for 2025, some card resolutions and all that. Obviously, this week was a bit of a bite-sized episode. Don't want to keep you too long. Obviously, it's a busy time of the year. But like we say, just reflecting at the moment, obviously 11 months have passed and the support has been absolutely phenomenal this year. It's been incredible. It's really motivating me to go bigger and better next year. And we will be doing our first in-person podcast during 2025. Hoping for a couple of them. But hopefully it will come at a London card show. But if not, it'll be definitely before then. But like I say, if there's any guests out there people want to see on, let me know in the comments. DM me on RP Trading Cards or DM the podcast and we'll try our best to get them on. If there's any talking points you want to get talked about, or anything, any suggestions you have of what you'd like to see the podcast, how you want it to go forward, let us know, because this is as much your podcast as it's mine. This is for the collector. So like I say, a massive thank you for every single person out there who is tuned into this episode of the Top Loaded Podcast, whether you're watching along or you're listening along, whatever you may be doing. Drop that thumbs up on YouTube. Hit the 5 stars as well. Just to say how much you're enjoying it. Like I say, it goes a long way of getting us out there and hopefully being able to bring you bigger and better guests, stars, everything like that. But like I say, hope everyone is doing well, staying safe, buying, selling, trading, and all that good jazz. But most importantly, happy hobbying and good night.